Direct or indirect openers, which do you think is best? Yeah, that's a good question. I would say it's not an either or. It depends on one, the venue you're meeting the girls in, and two, your own level of confidence in your mindset and your experience. So basically, if you're a complete newbie and you can't even get yourself to approach at all, indirect openers can be useful to get yourself to be able to approach, right? Like asking where the nearest Starbucks is or something. It can be useful to go indirect just to get over that resistance, right? But if you get stuck on indirect and cannot show your intent, that's the next level that you can get stuck at. That's what I got stuck at when I was new, is I would never really show my intentions. I wouldn't be direct. I wouldn't tell the girl she's hot. I wouldn't escalate physically. I was just afraid of being direct, quite honestly, at first. And I was using the mystery method as a crutch to avoid being direct. And so that really held back my results. So if you're someone who the idea of like going in for the kiss or inviting a girl home or asking a girl for her number or telling her that she's beautiful, if those kinds of things give you a knot of resistance and it's something that you can't do consistently, like you struggle with, you get paralyzed with sometimes, then learning to practice direct game can be very useful as a crutch to get over that fear or that anxiety, that resistance to putting yourself out there fully. If you tell a girl immediately that you think she's sexy, you think she's hot, it's going to be easier to ask for her number later. It's going to be easier to go for the kiss later because you've already set that premise, right? You've already established that you're hitting on her effectively. And although a lot of girls will instantly say, oh, I have a boyfriend or reject you, a lot of girls will also light up, be super receptive, and it shows you that your sexuality, like that being direct, showing intent, isn't something that women just dislike, right? Girls who are unavailable might not be receptive, but you'll see a lot of girls, it actually turns them on and they respond extremely well to it. So that is something that is very powerful, right? That's something that is very useful. And then once you are completely at ease with being direct, the next level is you don't need to use it as a crutch anymore because you can just be direct by your eye contact, by the way you talk, the rate of, your vocal tonality, your rate of speech, body language, things of that nature. And then you don't need to use direct, and the advantage to not using it is that you can get girls to come towards you, right? You can get them to chase you, you create a little bit more mystery because they're not sure if you're interested as much. So direct still can be useful even if you're at advanced level or whatever. There's still times when I go direct. It depends on my feel for the girl or the mood I'm in, basically. It still has pros and cons, and indirect has pros and cons. But I would say that's generally the path you want to go through with direct versus indirect. You want to start with indirect if you need it to get over approach anxiety, then go direct to get over, I guess you could call it sexual anxiety, like the anxiety of not wanting to put yourself out there and get a real blowout, to get rejected for your, when you're actually hitting on the girl. And then you can go indirect again to basically leave more room for the girl to chase you, to pursue you, to be not sure, to create tension because she's not sure if you're interested, right? She feels it non-verbally, but you haven't stated it, and it creates more tension. So that's how I'd answer that.